The book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 9 in the NLT. Excuse me. Are you amazed and incredulous? Don't you believe it? Then go ahead and be blind. You are stupid, but not from wine. You stagger, but not from liquor. For the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai has poured out on you a spirit of deep sleep. He has closed the eyes of your prophets and visionaries. All the future events in this vision are like a sealed book to them. When you give it to those who can read, they will say, we can't read it because it is sealed. When you give it to those who cannot read, they will say, we don't know how to read. And so the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai says, these people say they are mine. They honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. And their worship of me is nothing but man-made rules learned by rote. Because of this, I will once again astound these hypocrites with amazing wonders. The wisdom of the wise will pass away, and the intelligence of the intelligent will disappear. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Hawashai, Wahara Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect that's seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some look like the heathen, beginning with the 144,000. Preachers, teachers, and prophets, Shalom. Now I got this quick take right here, just quick clip. It's on the Ryan Show featuring Chad Ripperger, episode 285. And this portion of it, the 39-minute and 32-second mark of the Beast Explained. Now I think he's supposed to be some type of priest or something. And he don't know what the mark of the beast is. Excuse me. He's supposed to be some type of priest or something. And he don't know how the people who serve God are going to be protected. He don't know how the people are going to eat when they said you got to take the mark of the beast. What type of damn, if you're supposed to have a connection with God, you claiming to be a man of the Lord, how in the hell do you not know that? Because they weren't sent, man. Yahweh Shema Shai ain't dealing with these folks, man. All right? A lot of Israelites don't even know what the mark of the beast is. But the men of the great millstone know, beginning with the elders, the apostles, the big brothers, on down. And the men that follow them, that teach the likewise doctrine, they know. The true believers of Yahweh Shema Shai know. You see? And Yahweh Shema Shai said, I should give you pastors that should teach knowledge of him. That should fill you with his knowledge. Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. You see, so the true men of Yahweh Shema Shai are feeding you with what? Knowledge and understanding. To do what? Preserve your soul, man. To let you know what's happening, what's going to happen, how to keep out of harm's way. All right? What and what not to do. Yahweh Shema Shai didn't set up no,
the simple morning thing.
No doubtful man to teach. All right? He ain't do none of that, man. Yahweh Shema Shai is about sealing the elect of Israel, his chosen. All right? The house of David. Damn. All right? That's it. And we get Jeremiah 3 and 14. It says, turn, O backsliding children, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, for I am married unto you. And I will take you one of a city and two of a family and bring
Ladies, the simple morning thing.
And will bring you to Zion. You see? So I hear you. So how you think So how you think Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna gather the elect with this truth, man? All right, hey, what is it? Isaiah. It's one of Baruch as well. Isaiah. That's a good one. I want the one in it's in Baruch. I will gather you from the east and the west by the word. It's oh boy. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 36. O Jerusalem, the elect of Israel, look about thee toward the east. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from God Yahweh. That's the elect coming back home. It says, look, lo, thy sons come, whom thou sendest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of God Yahweh. You see? So the elect of Israel are being gathered by the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the truth of the scriptures. And this is what's going to preserve the elect during these said perils, man. Not no, well, I think, or I don't know. No, the Lord didn't set up no doubtful man, no man of Israel. All right? He ain't do none of that. He set up pastors that should feed you with knowledge, and it's going to lead to the salvation of the elect of Israel. Why? Because they're going to take heed. When you get 2 Ezra chapter 9, and 7, it says, and everyone that shall be saved of Israel, the elect, men, women, and children, and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith. You see? And by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, the mark of the beast, the destruction, World War III, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified thee, set apart, made holy. I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So the elect were sealed with the mark of exemption in Ezekiel the 9th chapter from the foundation of the earth to pass. Why? Because they were blessed with to get the faith, which means not having a doubtful spirit. All right, and they have works, and they showed their works through their faith by putting it in action. They show their faith by their works and put in action, in which they have believed. You see? The elect of Israel are going to be preserved from the said perils, man. The elect of Israel know exactly what and what not to do through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, hands down. Hands down. All right, now, so you see the dangers of not knowing. All right, you see the dangers of people, everybody claiming they were sent by God. Do you see the dangers of believing on these people who don't know what's what? You see? Hey, through the word of the Yahweh Shema Shai, the elect will be sealed, man. As we just read. Let's get Ezekiel 9 real quick. Because he going to make mention of, he said Christ. I hate that. It's stupid. He said Christ. He said, well, they believe the believers were sealed from the beginning, which they are. The true believers of Israel, the elect of Israel, are sealed, and they're going to be preserved during these times. So they're going to eat, they're going to drink. Okay, they're going to be protected by Yahweh Shema Shai. He couldn't tell you none of that. And he told you nothing in confidence. Let's get this real quick. Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai said unto him, the angel, go to the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Now you get this word for mark. Excuse me. It says, desire mark, outline biblical usage. What's that? Tawa. It says, desire mark, a mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. You see? This is a spiritual mark. All right? That's set upon the elect of Israel that sound and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So who are the only people doing that? The men out there on the highways and hedges. That's who are the true Hebrew Israelites. And a good portion of those men, beginning with the great millstone and the like-minded men that teach the same doctrine, are the only ones crying and sighing about all the wickedness that's going on. See, these men, we're not picking and choosing what to hit and target and say, okay, this not right, that's not right. No, we hit everything. The true believers of Yahweh Shema Shai, the true teachers, are not having unity camps, or not getting with camps that teach false doctrine. You see the camps outside the Great Millstone, majority of the camps outside the Great Millstone, they don't know what the mark of the beast is. They're playing around with it. They're telling you, oh, it's sin. That's the mark of the beast when you sin. Oh, it's a picture of Caesar Borgia, which is so-called Jesus. Talking about the mark of the beast is John 3:16. The mark of the beast, sleeping with white women. Talking about the mark of the beast is money. The mark of the beast is cell phone. Get the hell out of here, man. Get out of here. So the elect has his truth, and they are sealed with the knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai, the names and his truth. And they're going to be exempt. Right? Covered, protected. Because that shows their faith by the words in which they believe. They believe on the truth of this word, man. The truth of the scriptures. Now, real quick, let's get Isaiah. He made mention. He said he don't know how the people of God are going to eat. Well, it's not for us to know. Real quick. The just shall walk by faith and not by sight. That's also in Corinthians. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Esau. Remember, he's going to strip away everything. So you're not going to be able to function unless you got the MOTB. So you're not going to be able to buy food, resource, medicine, none of that. You're not going to have homes. None of that. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just, the righteous of Israel shall live by faith in which they believe. You see? And we get Isaiah 33 and 6. Let's start at 5. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He has filled Zion with judgment and righteousness, and the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time, and the strength of salvation. They fear the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai as his treasure. You see the importance of this truth? Now we jump down to 16. He shall dwell on high, the elect. His place of defense shall be the munition of rocks, protected. Bread shall be given him. His waters shall be sure. Okay, so it's guaranteed that the elect are going to eat, going to drink, and be comforted during these times. Hey, one of my favorites, Job 5:17. It says, behold, happy is the man whom God Yahweh correcteth, by the correct understanding of the word, the elect taking heed to the true men of Yahweh Shema Shai. Therefore despise not the chastening of the Almighty, for he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole. So hey, just this scripture alone, Yahweh Shema Shai is letting us know that he's going to take care of us. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. That's Jacob's trouble. And that's the hour of temptation. That's the time of the mark of the beast. The worst time ever since there was a nation. Yet in 7, the nuclear destruction, the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai, the second death. In 7, there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Alright, so from the Civil War. Alright, from World War III, the elect are going to be delivered from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, meaning being in peace. I've been protected by the angels, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. You see that? And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shalt not sin. You see? So, come on, man. Come on. Why they ain't excuse me. Why they ain't saying none of this? Alright, thou shalt know also that thy seed children shall be great, and thy offspring as the grass of the earth. See, why? When you watch this video, why he ain't telling you this? Why these priests, Catholic priests, your Sunday church pastors, your any pastor, why they ain't telling you this? They not sent, man. And you even got men in Israel can't tell you this, man. Because Yahweh Shema Shai ain't dealing with them. Alright? And I thank Yahweh Shema Shai for allowing me to see. Thank Yahweh Shema Shai for leading me to the elders and the apostles and the big brothers of the great millstone, man. You see? Let's get one more, man. And Yahweh Shai said, hey, let the morrow worry about itself. Even Solomon wasn't arrayed like these. Let's get that real quick. The book of Luke, chapter 12. Let's start at and 22, Yahweh Shai speaking. Luke 12 and 22. KJV. And he said unto his disciples, who were Israelites, Yahweh Shai speaking, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither for the body, what ye shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn, and God Yahweh feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowls? So you got to truly believe this. You got to have faith to believe this. And remember, only the elect are blessed with this faith. Of Israel are blessed with this faith. The elect are not going to worry about how they're going to eat. All right? The elect know how they're going to eat. Through the hands of Yahweh Shema Shai, however that may be. It's not for us to consider or wonder about that, man. We just got to know that he is. That's his name, man. My fault, y'all. I'm getting amped up. Everybody sent by the Lord. It says, and which of you with taking thought can add to his stature 1 cubit, if ye then be not able to do that thing which is least? Why take ye thought for the rest? Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. It says, if then God Yahweh so clothe the grass, which is today in the field and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? You see? O ye of little faith. So what that mean? Your faith has to increase. You got to believe this. That Yahweh Shema Shah is going to do this. All right? And what we read in 2 Esdras 9. All right? They shall be preserved from the said perils through faith in which they believe and through their works. And verse 29, and seek not ye what ye shall eat or drink, what ye shall, and seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind, you see, NLT. And don't be concerned about what to eat and what to drink. Don't worry about such things. Now, when you get, I think it's Romans 9. Is it Romans 9? I forget the chapter. It might be Romans 9, like the last verse. It's the sin to doubt, man. You going off when you doubting. When you doubt, it means you're not sure. When you doubt, it means you're unstable. You're double-minded. You start making decisions that's not right. All right? Your flesh starts to take over. All right? That's called fear. All right? So Yahushua said, neither be of doubtful mind. So we supposed to know these things. We got to trust and believe these things. It's going to be hard, but hey, it's okay. But we got to know that, well, hey, Yahweh Shema Shah is the I am, man. And he is. That he is. All right? It says, for all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your God knoweth that ye have need of these things. You see that? But rather seek ye the kingdom of God Yahweh, and all these things shall be added unto you. You see? You see? It says, fear not, little flock, the elect, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. You see? So, the men of Yahweh Shema Shah are going to tell you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, going to show you what it is, man. What not to do. Why? Because they were sent. Now because he don't know what the mark of the beast is. He said it could be the Neuralink. It could be the mark of the beast. He said what he was told. I let him tell you, he jacked it all up. This supposed to be your leaders though. These Christians don't know what the hell the mark of the beast is, man. Them niggas expect to be up out of here in the rapture. They don't expect to go through this. They through. But let's just get what the mark of the beast is, man. Let's break it down real. It don't take long. Revelation 13:16, and he caused all, both small, great, rich, poor, free, and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands, in their right hand, or in their foreheads. Excuse me. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 603:6. So this is beast system, this digital system, and Esau's going to cause everyone to take it. All right? Meaning he's going to constitute, it's going to be a law. It's going to be mandatory. All right? Well, they said it's going to start off voluntary. It may start off voluntary, but it's going to be mandatory. You're going to have it. Cash will be obsolete, man. All right? This is going to be the only way. All right? That you're going to be able to buy and sell. All right? And the elect of Israel are not going to take it. Just go up to the top of the chapter. I read it. In verse 8, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, Esau, this beast system, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. You see? So if you're an Israelite, so if you're not in the Lamb's book of life, which is only for Israel, you're going to take it. All right? 2/3 of Israel, you're going to take it. Finish. All right? Because you rejected this truth and you're going to be deceived by strong delusions. Hey, you Edomites, you're going to take it. Now, I'm not saying every single 2/3 of Israel are going to take it, or every single Edomite is going to take it, but the majority are going to take it. All right? Because you're not going to have any other way. The elect of Israel are not going to take it. All right? Now, when you go back to verse 16, and he calls all, both small, great, rich, poor, free, and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So let's see what this mark is. Which, the men on the great millstone been telling you. Mark, charagma, a stamp or imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-anointed, which is not a stamp like some type of sticky stamp. No, we're gonna break down the root. We're gonna go into the root word, and it's gonna tell you exactly what it is. They're gonna have to break your skin and put it into your body. It says the mark branded upon horses, things carved, sculptured, graven work of idolatrous images. Strong's definition, it says a scratch or etching, i.e. a stamp as the badge of servitude. You see, a graven mark. So you see a scratch or etching, meaning what? They're going to break the skin. It's going to be embedded in you. Now you get the root words karax, a Pell State palisade. It's a device that they're going to use to put it in you. All right? So to prick your skin. See, a stake you jab into the ground. This is what they're going to jab into your right hand or left hand and into your forehead to put this device in you, which is the RFID chip. All right? Now, you get that root word grapho. It says to write with reference to the form of the letters. To delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. To write with reference to the contents of the writing. Okay? So this is what is going to be inside of you. They're going to be able to read everything about you. All right? They're going to be able to read everything about you. They're going to know everything about you. All right? D, to write to one, i.e. by writing in a written epistle to give information, directions. You see? So they're going to know everything about you. Strong's definition, grapho, to grave, especially to write figuratively, to describe, writing or written. You see? I mean, it's simple. It's that simple. So the device is the size of a grain of rice that they're going to put in you with a syringe. All right? Needle. You see what they do at the hospitals. All right? You seen the videos. They have these chipping parties in Sweden. That's how it's going in you. So when you watch this and you listen to these guys, it's sin, sleeping with white women and all that. Man, look, man, how about Shemash ain't dealing with them niggas, man? All right, he ain't dealing with them. And I pray how about Shemash continue to deal with me. You know? Man, the shit get irritating. But y'all know how it is, man. Hey, 'cause we love the elect, man. I know I do. I pray I'm part of the elect. But I'll be damned if I'm going to switch on the doctrine. Now, let's play this part real quick.
Jeez. When we're talking about the social critics, with the ruling through the economy.
Yeah.
And, you had mentioned the mark of the beast. It's just in the past, 6 years, I've heard lots of different things that could be the mark of the beast. The first one being the COVID shot.
Yeah.
The next one I've always heard is digital currency. Another one could be Neuralink.
Yeah.
And so what I want to ask is,
Neuralink is the brain chip. That's for the brain chip that goes in your head. And it's for those with disabilities. All right? That's what the Neuralink is. All right? Now, the CV, that shot, that put the technology in you. If it didn't kill you and make you sick, or got you walking around with your legs dragging, or you out your damn mind, but that put the technology in you. All right? What was the other one he said? Let's go back.
That was really like the worst time
that I've probably ever been through in my entire life. Like
Yeah.
it was just, I couldn't even.
Abomination of desolation, taking its seat in the temple, is actually a reference to the Catholic Church. That's what the fathers say it's a reference to. That there's going to be some way in which the
abomination that maketh it desolate was Esau. Destroying the second temple, besieged Jerusalem in 70 AD. That same abomination that maketh it desolate is Esau today. Alright? He's going to try the same thing to take down the third temple, which would be the elected Israel. Alright? That Revelation 12:13 on down. So the abomination that maketh it desolate is just that. It's Edomites, man. Alright? You got that from Daniel, which our Lord Yahushua quoted that.
the situation in the church will become compromised to such a degree. Doesn't mean necessarily people have. Yeah.
What would the correction be? Is it going to be a correction, or are we approaching?
My fault. Here it is.
Jeez. When we're talking about the social critics, with the ruling through the economy.
Yeah.
And, you had mentioned the market.
And that social credit score, we go into the all the time. You receive funds based upon your behavior. If you go off or you do something they don't like, they're going to cut your funds off. All right? Ain't nobody telling you that but the men of the Great Millstone. All right? That's it. And, you got truthers out here. But we talking about that's of the circumcision. Everybody else having them debates and playing around and podcast, all that stupid shit, goofing off, thinking it's a joke. They ain't preparing y'all, man. These niggas ain't preparing y'all for nothing. Y'all gonna get slaughtered out here. That's why the elect are going to be preserved from the severe perils, because they to heed.
It's just in the past 6 years, I've heard lots of different things that could be the mark of the beast. The first one being the COVID shot.
Yeah.
The next one I've always heard is digital currency. Another one.
Yeah, that would almost say that's not the mark of the beast. Now all of it can be tied together, and it should be on the RFID chip. All right, it's be embedded in you. But alone, the CV shot and digital currency is not the mark of the beast. All of it together is going to be embedded into your body by way of the RFID chip, and that RFID chip is the mark of the beast.
Could be Neuralink.
Yeah.
And so what I want to ask is, this is, what are people supposed to do? Let's say that they do usher in the new digital currency, and I'm sure it won't appear to be the mark of the beast. But maybe it becomes more obvious, as time goes on with people holding out. I think about this all the time.
Right.
I have kids, they're small. I have a wife, I have people that depend on me. What are we supposed to do if we can't eat, take care of ourselves, provide for our families? What are we supposed to do?
Well, I think there's.
If that's the only way you can survive, what are we supposed to do? Is the head of the family?
Yeah, the way the fathers of the church talk about, though, is they say that the mark of the beast, you can't receive the mark of the beast. So it's supposed to be something that's well, first of all, the mark of the beast is the inversion of what they call the mark of baptism. So when a person's baptized, God infuses a quality in the person's soul, which is a mark. And that's actually why, for example, in the baptism in the Catholic Church, there's a sign.
See, he talking about the water baptism. That's bullshit. You're baptized by the washing of the word. All right? This word is the mark of exemption, having the names Yahweh, Yahushua. That's the true doctrine. All right? It ain't got nothing to be dumped into no damn water. And as you heard him say, what he was told by the priest, the Catholic priest, see, they don't know what the hell going on.
in which you actually take chrism and you sign it on the forehead as an indicator of that this person has been consecrated to Christ through his baptism. The mark of the beast is going to be the inversion of that. So it's going to be something in our bodies that is going to be that will give us access to these particular things. Okay.
Like Neuralink.
Like it would be something similar to that, or it could just be something like an RFID chip, which then you just be able to walk in and they can scan it. They know who you are and they know that you can have access to the food and things of that sort. It could be,
and that's what it is. But he said it could be, so he don't know. They don't know.
The type of thing that they get to the point where you just don't even have to carry credit cards, or even that your bank account will just be linked to this chip that's in you, and because that's how they could actually do it. The thing though is that the fathers of the church say that you're not going to be able to get that chip without some type of renunciation of Christ. There's going to have to be some religious thing you're going to have to accept that is contrary to the will of God and contrary to Christ. And so the moral of the story is that you have to be willing to sacrifice the lesser good in order to achieve the greater good. You have to be willing to, I have to follow Christ regardless of the personal cost. Now, God will also very often provide for people, if it's his holy will, that people survive that time frame.
That's the beast system. That's Revelation 13 and 15 he's talking about. We say people are going to have to do something to say that they're not following C. And you believe in God, Jesus, and Christ, that shit gonna get you killed, man. Alright? Because y'all don't know what the hell going on. But what he just explained was Revelation 13 and 15. You have to denounce your faith, alright, and take the mark of the beast. If you want to eat and do that stuff. So you try to save your life. Revelation 13 and 15, he had power to give life into the image of the beast, this new world order, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You see? You worshipers, you pledge your allegiance.
Ladies, the simple morning pink.
Remember, Yahushua said, in your patience possess your souls. He said, if you try to save your life, you shall lose it. If you lose your life for his name's sake, then you shall save it. He said, what good is a man if he sell his soul and gain the whole world? You see? They ain't telling you all this, man. They were set up, man, to lead people astray. They don't know what the hell going on.
He'll make it possible for them to do it. The other thing is God will also very often provide for people, if it's his holy will that people survive that time frame. He'll make it possible for them to do it. The other thing is I've learned, which in the military you've probably seen this too, the tighter you put your grip on a group of people, the more stuff slips through your fingers. And so I think that type of thing, there will be ways in which people will be able to survive. But I think they also have to be smart about it and actually learn just basic survival skills, learn how to fend for themselves just based on nature and things of that sort. But I think it's going to become extraordinarily difficult, especially with the way the technology is getting, to be able to even evade detection.
I think so too. Yeah. I think about this all the time. Yeah.
That's not going to save you. Though it's good to have those skills, but that's not going to save you. All right? Like for the scripture said, a man's strength shall not deliver him. Now, it's good to know these things. It'll help, but it's not going to save you. All right? Know and understand that the just shall walk by faith and not by sight. The righteous, the elected Israel, are going to have to solely depend on Yahweh Shema Shai, not themselves. That's what the hour of temptation, the hour of tribulation, the time of peril is about. Trusting and believing on Yahweh Shema Shai, not ourselves. All right? And then King David said, my strength and my ability, my sword shall not deliver me. So this is a time of really trusting and believing on Yahweh Shema Shai and exalting the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. This is a trial of our faith, not a trial of our abilities and what we can do according to the flesh.
One more question. I've always heard about the golden calf.
Well, that's it.
How does that
man.
play into?
Nothing. Yeah, so you get the point, man. You know, I'll put the video in the description box. You want to watch it, and you could just click on this segment of it, the mark of the beast explained, which it was not explained. It was just talked about because the dude didn't know what the hell he was talking about. All right, and real quick, if you ain't in this truth, right? Let's go ahead and get it. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and as when place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. So you could die painful death, and your house ain't gonna let you know where you went off at. So you see, if you don't have your Yahweh Shema Shai, you dead out here, man. And the only ones who can receive it again are Israelites, so-called Negroes, Native American Indians, Hispanics, Latinos, Jamaicans, and Haitians, but not limited to. Why? Because all Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, are scattered amongst these other nations and will look like the other nations as well. All right? But through the seed line of the fathers, they're actually Israelites. Okay? All right? So, hey, so the famine, all this stuff, hey, without Yahweh Shema Shai, you dead. You can die in the famine. You can die by the pestilence. You can die by the sword, the beasts of the field, and shit. If you be around, which a lot of y'all gonna be around, you take the mark of the beast. You're gonna take it. You're gonna get cancer, sores. You're not gonna have a peace of mind. You're gonna wish you were dead. Then Yahweh Shai coming, and he gonna blow your ass up. The nuclear missile gonna come at the same time and gonna blow your ass up. You're gonna melt. Well, you ain't gonna melt. You gonna be turned into powder, disintegrated. That's the second death. It's Babylon. But y'all just wanted to hit this real quick to spin upon Yahweh Shema Shai. Just some importance of this truth, man. Stay prayed up in the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. Shalom.